Warning, the following video contains spoilers for the animated show Vox Machina, Seasons 1 and 2. Hello YouTube, and welcome to Prime Productions. I'm a new YouTube channel, so bear with me as I figure things out. I know a lot of you have been asking for new Vox Machina content, and I'm happy to oblige as soon as the Pathfinder Remaster comes out. As of the recording of this video, Pathfinder Remaster is not out yet. Some people do have early access to it, but I'm afraid I'm not one of them. So, I decided to do something a little bit different. In an unscripted video today, I'm going to go over how to make Pike Trickfoot's character's deity, the Everlight. Now, I know the Everlight was originally Sarenrae, who is a deity that does exist in Pathfinder. However, the animated Everlight is actually pretty different from Sarenrae, so I'm making the Everlight stat block for the animated Vox Machina. Again, this is completely unscripted. I've done just a little bit of prep work on this. It's just a short, fast video to tide you over until the remaster comes out. I hope you enjoy. Alright, here we are in the Google Doc. I've basically copy and pasted Sarenrae's stat block from Archives of Nethys, and now we're just going to go through it and change it up to be more along the lines with the animated Everlight. So the first thing we have to do is Sanctification. This is actually a remaster ability. It was not in the original Pathfinder 2e. However, I've learned enough about Sanctification to be able to recreate it reasonably in the document here. Sanctification basically means that a deity can either force their clerics to kind of be on the side of the good guys, on the side of the bad guys, may be on the side of the good guys, may choose to be on the side of the bad guys, or force them to be neutral. Effectively, you can choose to sanctify yourself holy or unholy, and deities may require that or may ask that. Given that the Everlight is all about you finding your own path, but she's also very much on the side of good, I think we're going to say that the Everlight allows sanctification, but does not require it. Alright, so now these are the Edicts of Sarenrae. Destroy the spawn of Rovaguk. That's a Pathfinder deity. We don't need to worry about that in Exandria. Protect allies, provide aid to the sick and wounded, seek and allow redemption. Those are fairly good. I think we can remodel them a little bit better for the Everlight, the animated Everlight. Anathema, these are things you're not supposed to do. If edicts and anathema ever contradict, you go with anathema first. That's the rule of Pathfinder. Anathema, create undead. We don't actually ever see that the Everlight cares much about undead. She's certainly good at destroying it, but she actually says, you know, whatever path you walk, as long as you're doing it with the light and with me, is okay. We see that actually in one of the scenes, so I think she's probably okay with creating undead.
We do not choose. We walk down a path. Any path can be a holy one, so long as one walks it with truth.
She definitely doesn't like lying. Telling the truth is what she likes.
The flames will burn away your falsehoods and reveal the truth.
Deny a repentant creature the opportunity for redemption. The Everlight, Sarenrae is actually really big into redemption, but the Everlight doesn't seem to be nearly as much. So, there we go. And then fail to strike down evil. We actually know that that's not anathema for the Everlight, because Pike fails to strike down the Briarwoods outside the castle in early season 1, and that she thinks that's what causes her to lose her connection to the Everlight, but it's actually her own getting in her own head, getting in her own way, so that we know that that's not an anathema. So I have rewritten some of these. Edicts inspire others to work towards the light. It seems to be she wants people to, you know, inspire to be better, to be good. not telling them what to do, living their own truth. Guide and heal those in need. That's another common one. Offer redemption to those who are not unabashedly evil. I'm going to stick a little bit of redemption in there from Sarenrae, but that's not really what we're going for here. Anathema, I actually think I've come up with a pretty good set of anathema. First of all, torturing does not seem to be in the Everlight's wheelhouse. This is a holdover from Sarenrae, but the idea behind Sarenrae is if somebody is evil, you kill them as quickly and efficiently as possible to prevent suffering in the universe. You don't even want your enemies to suffer. So, anathema, torture, or prolong the suffering of any creature. And then the second one is actually, I think, what causes Pike to lose her powers. I know she says she cut off her connection. This, I think, kind of covers both ends, which is allow your faith in the Everlight to become a burden. Which is effectively what Pike does. She thinks that her friends are causing her to fall away from the holy path, and that it's a burden. She's basically stressing herself out about her faith. Areas of concern: healing, honesty, redemption, and the sun. Again, redemption doesn't seem to be as big for the Everlight. She's not big into it. By the way, the areas of concern are what are called portfolios in D&D. It's just what the god is about. I would take away redemption and put in self-actualization. The Everlight seems to be, as long as you are living your own truth and being your best self, that's what she's happy with. Divine ability, this is something that very rarely comes up in Pathfinder. Nope. Divine ability, this is basically just kind of what ability scores does the church value the most. For Sarenrae, it's Constitution and Wisdom. We could say that's the same for the Everlight. However, the Everlight seems to be more about not only being your best self, understanding yourself, but inspiring others or being best with others. So I'm actually going to change it to Wisdom and Charisma. All right, Divine Font, heal or harm. This is just, are you a Healy cleric or an inflict wounds hurty cleric? You're a Healy cleric. The Everlight is all about healing. Divine skill, as a cleric, when you join the Everlight, you gain this skill. Medicine, pretty standard. Favored weapon. For Sarenrae, it's the scimitar, but we only ever see one worshiper of the Everlight wielding any weapon, and that's Pike. And her favorite weapon is the Morning Star. And you know what? That's a great favorite weapon. The Morning Star is a D6 weapon, but war priests like Pike can actually use it and gain the Divine Simplicity feat, which turns it into a D8 weapon, meaning it actually does about as much damage as a longsword. And actually, I think it's a little bit better because it has the option for bludgeoning damage, which is much more useful in Pathfinder. Domains are, if you're coming from D&D, domains are a lot less big. They only get you some minor access to some extra spells occasionally. Fire, healing, sun, truth. These are all pretty good. She is the Everlight. Sadly, there's no light domain, or I'd replace sun with light. She does talk about burning away falsehoods with truth, so fire does seem appropriate. I'd like to put repose in there. Repose is all about mental health. Maybe replace fire with repose if you like. Sadly, most of the time you only get 4. You can actually, yeah, here you go, alternate domains. Sometimes you can throw in an alternate domain. You can throw in repose instead of fire if you want. Cleric spells. These are spells that are not normally on the cleric list. Every deity grants their cleric 3 spells that are not on the cleric list that the cleric can memorize if they wish to. One of them's always a first level spell, and the other 2 are whatever. For Serenray, Burning Hands, Fireball, Wall of Fire, she is the god of fire and the sun. However, the Everlight, well, she does have fire. She does talk about burning away truths or lies. But I think there's some better spells for her. I'm going to choose, instead of Burning Hands, Soothe, which is a healing spell, and this spell allows Pike to heal anybody, including certain constructs and even undead. So if she found a good aligned undead, she could heal them. Allows her to heal Dampiers, which are half vampires, and they heal like undead even though they're living. 3rd level Fireball, that is a great spell, but I think I'm going to go with Wall of Radiance. That puts up a giant blinding wall. If people walk through it, they take fire damage. Not as much as Wall of Fire, but they take some fire damage because the light is just so bright that it burns them. Level 4, I'm going to choose Chromatic Ray. This is another light spell. It works kind of like Prismatic Ray, but it's a lot lower level and has less power. So, there you go. That is my idea for Pike Trickfoot's character's deity, the Everlight. If you want to use this in your campaign, feel free. If you want to change it up, let me know in the comments below. Once again, I'm new to this YouTube thing and I'm trying to make a go of it, so any comments, likes, or subscribes would really help this channel out and tell YouTube that you would like to see more of this content. Thank you, good day, and happy gaming!